Patrick with Falcon Sails here again out on Lake Erie, west end of Lake Erie, between Middle Island and Kelly's Island. September 2025 with a group of, there's 8 of us that did this crossing. 15 kayak sailors in total showed up. Got whittled down to 8 of us doing this particular opportunity that comes up. Kayak sailing, it's a sport, a little bit of looking for opportunities. You find your opportunities. Where is the sailing going to be good? Where are the put-ins, the takeouts, and how do I get from one to the other safely, with skill and experience, solid kayaking skills. Let me tell you, if you don't have pretty much rock solid kayak sailing skills, don't do this. Don't do what I'm doing. A middle, open water crossing, September. This is the end of the season. Here comes winter, northern America. Not Canada, but we were very close to Canada. So, we experience much the same weather. So don't do this. Don't sail without great experience, and just find great people that know how to do it, or know how to be on the, just experienced sea kayakers, good ones. If you're gonna do this, you don't have to be sea kayaking. That's one thing. This is how I usually sail. People use them in ponds. They use them in small rivers. They use them in small lakes a lot, and adventure races too. I have so many expeditioners using our sails. I've lost count. I've documented them, but the inside passage to Alaska multiple times, probably multiple times. Rounding Ireland in the entirety of the UK in one summer. We've had people do the Yukon River, the entirety of it. We have people. There's just countless. Joe Motes, my buddy, finished 3,000 kayak sailing miles in a awesome fundraising thing. It was just, can't say enough about this guy and how he got to be so good at kayak sailing. I have no idea. I swear, a lot of ways he's strangely one of the best. It's astounding to see him in action. Everybody would say that. And of course, so he's way ahead. I'll see him at camp. And then who else we got? Marlin, who incited this run. No doubt about that. Marlin came up with the plan, and it looked like it was good. It's a lot to bite off, and this is what I wanted to start out with. I'm acting not nervous. Well, I am. This makes me nervous. I'm exposed. I'm facing North American winter, making a big crossing. I'm pretty much alone. Radio contact, great, but I know they're well over a mile ahead of me based on how their sails are just a speck. It's just a speck size. They're probably a mile and a half. Virtually nobody for a mile and a half out in the lake. Yeah, fun. And I'll tell you something else. The island is getting closer and clearer, and that's nice when you're doing a crossing to see land getting clearer and closer. And that's where we are. We're land animals, but some of us are really attracted to the water. And this is neat. And a friend of mine, Eric Miller, was here, and he's attempting to organize a first ever adventure race series in the middle of Lake Erie. So I'm not any part of it or anything, but it's great to know somebody who's doing this stuff. He likes to hang around because you can gain a lot of experience. You know, there's people doing a lot of adventures in this group, no doubt about it. Well, I'm yammering again, but I want to bring you for a ride. I want you to experience this. It doesn't have to be in the middle of Lake Erie. It can be, you know, anywhere. Florida, anywhere. The intercoastal waterway of, I can go over 100 bodies of water I've been in. But anywhere there's someone with a kayak and there's any wind, you can be kayak sailing. I mean, don't do it like this for a while, but you can work your way up to it too. Our sails are expedition worthy. That's one, and worthy of being out exposed like this. They are. I mean, if you rig it right, you know, we saw somebody doing not a good rigging job, and flat out, you know, it's not hard to do a good rigging job, but sometimes they're not worthy of this. I mean, normal paddle sailors don't need a tuned to perfection rig. You know, mine is tuned to perfection, and most of them are here because I won't let it slide. You've got to have a solid rig to be out in exposed water. That's up to the person to keep them adjusted. It's not hard. We talk about it in instructions. The blue sky meeting. It's a bit of a haze. I don't know what it's from, if it's still the fires in Canada that impact us or what, but surreal. One point I might have made, Oliver Hazard Perry basically defeated the British in these very waters, and there's a monument to him, and the town I'm from is named Erie. That's called chatter. We don't like hearing chat. I mean, we don't like chatter on the radio. But the channels are empty, so they wanted to talk about nacho chips. I think that was worth it. I don't like. I was complaining about somebody else talking about pasta salad, but that was on a busy channel. They kept talking about it. I was thinking, go to another channel. No, I said you can talk about pasta on the phone, but well, here we are breaking the rules. We're pretty careful not to break rules, though. You know, just follow all the rules. Yep. Okay, I can see beautiful Kelly's Island getting closer. I don't normally approach Kelly's Island from the north in open water alone, and like I said, this is scary even for an expert. I'm laying back like it's a lounge chair ride. You know, I know some new people we had in the group. They're gonna be really happy about this, but they weren't sitting back taking it like a lounge chair. Ooh, look at that wave. Yow! That's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Woo! That is sweet. Better get in a real good sail before the end of the season. Oh yeah, I'm here. Well, this has been 100% unscripted, unedited, and it's going to get popped up on the internet when I get back to land. So, hey, my name's Patrick. I make sails for kayaks, and any kayak for that matter. Any kayak. I mean, as a matter of fact, the short, wide kayaks are really the best. I tell people this all the time. They think they need my kayak. Don't get my kayak. Get the kayak that's right for you. If you're fishing, You just wreck boat, little sit on top, get the kayak you want. Any kayak, we can put a sail on it for you. Any kayak in this short, say 12 foot long, 30 inch, 12 foot long, 30 inch wide, sit inside recreational happens to be my favorite. I don't like sit on tops. I mean, that's me personally, but someone says, what kayak should I kayak sail? Roughly in the range of 12 foot long, 30 inch wide. You want to and find some inland lakes. And these boats actually sail kind of weird, in some ways weirdly better. I've seen people say, man, that we're going upwind like crazy. But I'm not going to be in a 12 foot long, 30 inch wide boat because I'm out here. You know, you are somewhere else, so you can put your kayak sail on your boat, whatever it is, your kayak. We have rowers too. We have rowers, we have canoers. Canoers are a little harder for sure. We learned about that this weekend. And then, yeah, I should report on that. I personally learned a lot this weekend. It was interesting. And our friend Skipper, who has got a beautiful Swift canoe, gorgeous boat, but it was just a lot out of balance and a lot out of place for here. Much like a 12 foot long, 30 inch wide recreational kayak would be. You know, that 12 foot long, 30 inch wide recreational kayak does not really belong out here. For first of all reasons, for speed. You cannot keep up with somebody with this, you know, sea kayak, but speed is not even beginning of everything. If it were, go do another sport. It's not about speed, so the slow boats are not. I mean, the big heavy boats are maybe something to stay away from. Just that's my personal opinion. I don't like really big boats that are like a. I mean, but if that's what you want, you can still put a sail on it. That's too personal of a comment for me to make. I just like a little bit lighter boats. Not super lightweight either. I use plastic boats. I kayak, sail in plastic boats. I'll buy any boat I want. This boat is a Lecker Osprey, and it's a newly released boat. And I think you know, there were a couple, you know, little things to work out earlier on. I'm assuming that that's all fixed up because if they are, this is the best boat ever, and I like it. I like it a lot. Mr. Kruger was the designer and maker of the boat. You know, he's an intelligent man, I will tell you that, and knows a lot about these kayaks. I would say about every molecule. There's a lot of little touches. Very nice on this boat. Very nice. Hope he turns it into a really good business. I hope he does well. All right. Well, land's getting closer. I'm confident I'll make it. And I'm probably a mile and a half. Nah, I'm probably still 2 miles out. And maybe I ought to start focusing on paddling like everybody else. I'm just sailing. Doing, not too fast. I'm just doing 2.8, 2.7. This is just a relaxing ride. I'm going across the wind. If you look at the waves, you know, you can, I'm a little downwind. There's a downwind component to this, so it does make it a relaxing ride. You can just sit back. Like if you were any more upwind than this, I'd have to paddle pretty hard. Man, not good. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop recording and then go paddle. Paddles, I'd say paddle sail. Paddle sailing. Patrick. Kelly's Island. See y'all on the water.